Hey there, this is Sheikh Jafar Sharif. Today we're going to start the geometry for class 9 cbse. The topic is going to be triangles, okay? The topic is going to be triangles. In these triangles, you guys have to be updated with some kind of points, okay? Here the triangle is a kind of polygon of three sides. Polygon is not a big thing to discuss about. Polygon is a kind of diagram, kind of closed figure having more than two sides. That's the first point you have to determine. And triangle is a kind of polygon having three sides. See there, polygon going to have minimum three sides and the figure is going to be closed. So triangle is a kind of polygon with three sides. So the first kind of polygon is said to be the triangle. Here the major concern in class 9 is congruency. Congruency is nothing but a single figure is drawn n number of times with a single measurement is nothing but congruency. And other thing in general, the meaning of the congruency is nothing but if I am considering two squares of side 5, then these two squares are said to be congruent. So in generally a triangle is said to be this ABC. If I am considering the triangle as ABC, if I am considering the triangle as ABC, the sum of the angles, internal angles, okay, the sum of the internal angles is said to be 180 degrees. That's the primary thing to be determined. And there are some congruency rules to discuss. For example, if I am considering SSS congruency, how come it is going to be the congruency rule means how many times you are going to draw a triangle with the help of a single SSS measurement. It's got to manufacture same triangle for infinite number of times what you're gonna draw that. For example, if I'm considering an example called 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and you have to check priorly sum of any two sides must be less than the third side, must be greater than the third side. For example, 4 plus 5 9, it must be greater than 6. 5 plus 6 11, it must be greater than 4. So there are three possibilities. 6 plus 4 10, 10 must be greater than 5. You have to check before taking the measurements. So these measurements are eligible to generate a triangle. So then if I'm going to start from anywhere in these three sides, I'm going to manufacture the same triangle at any cost. For example, if I'm trying to start it with 5 centimeters, so I'm considering this line as AB, line segment as AB. If I'm taking it as a radius and drawing an arc of 4 centimeters, and if I'm taking it as the center, not the radius, I'm drawing an arc of 6 centimeters means it's got a cut. It's a fixed point, it's a fixed point, it's a fixed point. At any cost, we're gonna get only one triangle. So if I'm going to join this 4 centimeters, 6 centimeters. If I'm going to start with the same 5 centimeters, A, B. So if I'm going to draw with the help of this center, I'm going to draw arc of 4 centimeters. From this side, I'm going to draw the arc of 6 centimeters. It's a fixed point. It's a fixed point, and again it's a fixed point. If I'm going to join this fixed points, again I'm going to manufacture the same triangle, but this is the inverted version. Nothing but it is just tilting to some side. That's it. These two triangles are same. There is no difference between these two triangles. A single triangle is drawn for two different times. So that's the major concern here. And one more thing to discuss here is if I'm going to start it with 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters. If I'm taking it as a center and drawing an arc of 5 centimeters, if I'm taking it as a center and drawing 6 centimeters, it's a fixed point, it's a fixed point, it's a fixed point. If I'm going to join this, I'm going to get a triangle. These three triangles are absolutely same. There is no difference between these three triangles, but they are tilted to some side. That's it. Okay, there is no difference in this. That's why this SSS rule is congruency rule. If I'm taking the same examples for these rules also, there is no change going to be happen. I hope you guys getting understood what I'm trying to speak up here. And next concept is you have to be very much familiar with some topics called bisector, angular bisector. perpendicular bisector. See there, perpendicular bisector. You guys have to be familiar with these three topics, okay? See there, the first concept is bisector, okay? The first concept is bisector. Here the major thing is bisector is a kind of line which is going to divide a single angle or a line into two equal parts. Nothing but if I'm going to take a line of 8 centimeters and line segment of 8 centimeters and another line segment is dividing it into 4 and 4 centimeters, then this extra line segment, nothing but if I'm considering the starting line segment as AB and the next line segment as CD, then the CD is said to be the bisector. CD is said to be the bisector cause the CD is dividing AB into two equal portions in the form of length. Okay, this is said to be the bisector. The next one is angular bisector. For example, if it is going to be 180 degrees, no, it is not going to be 180 degrees, it must be 180 degrees, okay? Cause the line is straight line, the line must carry the angle called 180 degrees. So this is said to be the 180 degrees. If a line is dividing that angle into two equal angles, 90 and 90, then it is said to be angular bisector. Angular bisector. And the next topic is said to be perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector is nothing but if a line is divided by another line, okay, if a line is divided by another line or line segment, what it may be, into two equal portions, nothing but if it is 90 and it is 90, not only in the form of angle, also in the form of sides, then it is said to be, so this is angular bisector. Angular bisector. Angular bisector. Angular bisector, and it is said to be perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. So you guys have to be familiar with these words. See there, bisector is nothing but the line. In general, what I'm telling, sometimes it may be dividing the angle also. That's not the major thing to discuss here. So here the major thing is bisector is nothing but a single line segment dividing another line or line segment into two equal portions, nothing but in the form of length. See there, if an angle is divided into two equal angles with the help of another line segment, then it is said to be the angular bisector. It may be done in the triangle or anything it may be, but it have to be done. That's it. Perpendicular bisector means a line or line segment is dividing other line or line segment into two equal angles and equal portions in length also. So then it is said to be perpendicular bisector. So I hope you guys have understood what I'm trying to speak up. We'll end this class. Thank you very much.